You're right, you really can't see the steam. Are you recording too?
No.
You are, aren't you?
No.
Okay.
And he's gonna post it before you post it.
Don't do that. Alright, so we're here on day one with the Nintendo Switch, and I thought I would do an unboxing and first impressions video. I know it's kind of late to do an unboxing. By the time you're watching this, you've probably already seen like 20 unboxing videos. So, having said that, let's go ahead and unbox. And there it is, Zelda Breath of the Wild. So I want to try and get this open without destroying the box. Unfortunately, it looks like it's pretty easy to do. So here's the hardware. We got the two Joy-Con controllers and the tablet. The tablet, I'm gonna take it out here. This is interesting because it really does, as you're looking at it, remind you of a smartphone. It's a little bit thicker than one. And I gotta say, you know, I've watched some of the other unboxing videos, and until you're holding it in your hands, I really think that when you're watching these unboxing videos, it doesn't really do it justice. It's a little bit different holding it in your hand. So, you know, again, in comparison, like, to the size of my hand. And of course, we got the little kickstand there. And people are right. They've been talking about how this feels a little bit flimsy, and it kind of does. But as they've also said, it really doesn't seem like it. Oh well, I guess it snaps like that. That's cool. But yeah, it doesn't feel like it's going to break necessarily, but it's like literally like kind of flexible. It's a different feeling. So people have talked about the Joy-Cons having some weight to them. I don't know, for me it's about what I would expect, honestly. I don't know, that's weird. Alright, well, I'll set these aside for a second. And we'll keep going here. Health and safety guidelines, which, who reads that, right? Cable. And we have our power supply, which, like, Nathaniel Bandy posted on Twitter about this and was commenting on how Nintendo is doing like a brick power supply, but I mean, come on. This is not a large brick. That is a tiny brick. Yeah, you gotta plug that into the wall, but I mean, that's really not bad. I don't think. And here we have our Joy-Con grip. It's small, but I feel like it fits the hand really well. Let me see how easy it is to actually just pop these on here. Yep. Yeah, that really is like exactly how it looks in commercials and stuff. The actual way it fits into your hand is pretty good, I think. I think as I'm holding this, it does feel like it's going to take some getting used to, but I really don't think it's going to be that big of an adjustment. Some of the buttons are kind of small, and it has like this very it has that thinness that's very sort of unusual. As we have all basically said, of course, there is no other controller like this one. Even in this configuration, and these slide out really easily. There's buttons on the back. So, but man, yeah, those are tiny. Everything is very, very small when it comes to these Joy-Con controllers. And you're talking about $80 for a set. And then of course, you know, grips. I think the regular grips are going for like $12, $15 out of the gate. And then if you get an actual charging grip, that's like $30. It's really, really small, I gotta say. And I think that given how small it is, that is kind of one of the additional things why I think some people are kind of freaking out about the prices. But I think what really matters is it going to work as a controller? How is it going to feel during gameplay? That's really the most important part. And as I'm holding this, I think that there is a very good possibility that it's going to work just fine. I mean, yeah, takes some adjusting, but I think overall it's gonna be pretty solid. And finally, the last thing we have here in the box. Oh, no, we have a couple things. Okay, so we got our Joy-Con straps. So I'll tinker with these. I'll tinker with these later tonight, or later today. And finally, we have the dock. So there's been a rumor going around, which I don't know how much of a rumor it is. I have seen one of the pictures. And the concern is that as you're placing the tablet into the dock, you know, the worry is that because there's only these 2 pins basically that guide the tablet. Oh. I'm dropping the tablet already. Because there's these 2 pins that guide the tablet into the dock, there's already been like a photo of there being a scratched screen on the sides. So when the tablet comes down, there's been some scratching here along the sides. And I'm trying to see, as I'm looking at this, like that's like my first concern before I even touch anything, is you know, like how much of an issue that's going to be. I see there's a tiny little piece of like felt to prevent that from happening, I think, but that still worries me a lot. So hopefully that will not be an issue. I have not bought a screen protector yet. So we have the 2 USB ports on the side. Let me see how I can, oh, okay, yeah, it just pops open. And then on the back, we have the USB, the HDMI out to hook up to the TV, and the AC adapter. And you just pop it shut, just like that. Again, just like the commercials. It's amazing how much they actually showed off in the commercials and how, like, there's really not much more to it. They basically showed us everything, and yet there was still like analysis and rumors all over the internet, you know, for months, but they really did kind of just say like what you see is what you get. Not much to it here, right? And there's, of course, you know, there's still rumors circulating about what they're gonna do with docks. To buy a new dock right now, it's like, again, like $80 or $90 or something crazy. I forget the exact price right now. But, you know, there's still rumors going around about whether or not they're going to release like an enhanced version of the dock. Maybe something that includes some kind of, you know, GPU capability. And you look at this and it's like, it's really just some ports with some plastic casing. You know, there's really not a lot to it. Do I think that 90 bucks is worth buying a spare one of these? Probably not. And I've said this before, but I really think they're just going to be using that to incentivize buying additional consoles to push the multiplayer aspect. But, you know, buying a single dock by itself, yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm looking at this and I am kind of disappointed by the fact that this really is all there is to the dock, and they want to sell this by itself for 90 bucks. You know, there's really not much here. It really is just a way to hook up to the TV. And last but not least, Breath of the Wild. Watch me just destroy the case, just like immediately. It'd be funny. So you've seen this on many unboxing videos already, I'm sure, like I said, but there you have it. No manual, just the game. It has a new case smell though, I can tell you that. And there's the infamous game cartridge. Everyone else on the internet is tasting this. I'll tell you what, I trust that if you taste the game cartridge, it does taste terrible. I don't need to prove that for myself or for you. You can just believe every other YouTuber who has licked the game cartridge. I did tell a guy on Twitter that if he wants to pay me an exorbitant amount of money, I would do it for him in a video, but you guys know. Don't lick your Nintendo Switch game cartridges. They are disgusting, and they're disgusting for a reason, to prevent kids from chewing on them or putting them in their mouths or whatever. Anyway, I'm really happy to play this, and so there you have it. That was basically it. What we're going to do now is I'm going to spend some time booting this thing up, going through setup, checking out the UI, and I'm going to play several hours of Zelda. and I'm going to give my first impressions primarily on the console. Later on, I also plan to do a Zelda Breath of the Wild review video, but I'm going to spend a considerable amount of time with the game before I do that.